Trying to become a profitable day trader has got to be one of the hardest things. And there are so many reasons why day trading and just trading in general is so hard to just become profitable at. And I will say, trading has taught so much about me that I didn't even know I needed to work on. Going through these challenges has helped me become a better trader for sure. I can't even hold you. It has helped me become a better trader and helped me make decisions faster and, do things that are important to my everyday lifestyle. One thing I really don't like is when people kind of consider trading as like a gambling type of thing. I mean, yes, it can be considered gambling, but if you're not trading with a strategy, if you're not trading with a process, and if you're just going into the market trying to make money out of trading, I don't think you're going to get too far. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because there's more to trading than just going into the market trying to make a quick $1,000, going into the market trying to make a quick $3,000. The truth about trading is that this stuff is hard. This stuff is really hard, and people don't really talk about that. People do not talk about the fact that this stuff is very, very hard. And, whenever you are guided by the wrong person, there's, of course, even on social media, there's so many young millionaires now. Like, there's way more currently than was years ago. And a lot of them aren't really true traders. Like, a lot of them have gotten most of their money from selling courses. And I know one thing for sure about me is that I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to make it a point to where I have to start selling courses in order to make money from trading. No. My money is strictly going to strictly come from trading. Anyway, that's besides the point. But like I said, social media has made it such a point to where they make it seem like you can make money fast in trading. They make it seem like you can make it quick. It's not about quickness. And it took me so long to understand that trading is not about making money quick. Trading is about the process. I think that's what anything in general, anything in life that you do, is about the process. I was so result driven and result oriented. It's like I almost forgot the most important thing is to enjoy the process and enjoy the journey, because I think you get more joy out of enjoying the process than the result itself. Some may disagree, but some others may agree, because it's the process that is the most rewarding to when you finally make it, or when you finally get your first payout, you first get your first 10K payout, 20K payout, 100K payout, whatever the case may be. It's the process that leads up to that. And I wish people would really start understanding the importance of, just trusting in the process, and also just understanding that this trading stuff is a skill. It's a job. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. It is legit a job. And you got people on Wall Street who are trading billions, if not close to trillions. I don't think trillions, but probably billions of dollars per day. And people think, okay, if they can make that amount, I can make this amount in a certain day too. Of course, not billions and not millions and stuff like that, but more like thousands, and, wanted to make $1 quick. I actually made a TikTok on this a couple of days ago, and it did really well. It did surprisingly well. I didn't think it was going to go blow up like that, but it did really, really well. Why the freak did she just throw that cigarette in the street like that? See, that's the issue. That's the issue with society. We just don't care. Anyway, but yeah, trading is very hard, and people take it for granted. When I very first started trading, I kind of went in blind. I currently don't have a mentor, okay? I don't have a mentor because I don't believe in paying for certain things, but I could probably use a mentor to help with, the psychology part of trading, because I already have the strategy down. I already have what I need to do every single day, market analysis. But I think one thing I can improve on is just psychology. The only thing that I really need to improve on with psychology is trust. I talked about that in my last video. That is the only thing that I'm currently still building. And like I said, I think trust is the foundation of having more trust in God, because that will then ensure that once I have more trust in God, then I can have more trust in myself. So if you did not watch that video, I suggest going to go watch that. I think it helped out a lot of people. People really enjoyed that type of video. Got a lot of comments on that. And yeah, just go check it out if you can. But yeah, so kind of back to the video. There's so much to talk about that I can't even, if I talked about everything when it came to the reality and the hard truth about trading, I'd be here all day. I'd really be here all day. So I'm gonna try to suppress it and give you as much as possible, but in a little amount of time that I do have with this video. So like I said, the truth about trading is that it's not easy. It's really hard, and it's going to take a lot of time and energy to master this skill. This is a high income skill that can potentially change your life. It is all about how much you really want it. It is all about what you see in the future. It is all about how you think. Why is this guy in the middle of the road with a gallon of blue Kool-Aid? Yeah, Petersburg is very interesting. Petersburg is legit. It's not a real place. But yeah, it's all about how much you really want it and what you're willing to sacrifice to get to that level of success. You know, there's always going to have to you're going to have to make a sacrifice. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. What are you wanting in your life? With me, my ultimate goal is to build a strong trading community that is, of course, faith-driven and allows people to connect on a deeper level of understanding when it comes to trading, but in also the psychology side of trading. I want to build a community. People have told me to start a Discord, but I haven't really made that commitment into doing so just yet. It's more so of like just trying to build the community more before I start making that transition into possibly doing a Discord. I'm not really too fond of it yet, but we'll see how things go. That is one of my ultimate goals. I actually have two. So I just said the first goal, and my second goal is to be able to create generational wealth through trading. And the whole point, in my opinion, this is much bigger than myself, because I truly believe that I can build generational wealth through trading while also using my trading money that I've gained to invest into other things like more stocks, more real estate. But just the way that this world is moving, it's like a lot of things are starting to change to cryptocurrency. So I'm trying to figure out what would be the best move. I think I can still get away with doing a lot of investments into real estate. That's my main thing, because I want to invest in like units and things where people can rent out and use for, you know, like different facilities, you know, things like that. So there's a greater purpose that I'm doing this for. It's not just about myself. It's not a selfish thing. Of course, I have some goals that I want to achieve, like when it comes to having a certain car or finances or a certain amount of figures in the trading account. But like I said, my main goal is not a selfish goal. It is a goal that can be spread out to everybody around me. And it's a goal that everybody can eat and, you know, do well in. Let's see if we can go here. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's go. So yeah, it's all about really finding what you really want. You have to come to that decision of what you want in life. You have to start understanding, okay, is this something that's going to improve my life, or is it going to slow me down? You know, you got to start thinking like that. And me coming to college was the best thing that I could have done, only because I didn't know what I really wanted for myself coming out of high school. So coming out of high school, you know, I really wanted to play college golf. That was like the whole idea of going to college, was to play college golf and to get, I originally wanted to get architect degree. I wanted to major in architect, but then they didn't have it at the school that I'm currently going to. So I was like, okay, I'm just doing mechanical engineering. did mechanical engineering, and got a lot of internships, but started realizing, okay, is this something that I really want for myself in the future? Is it going to be something that's going to help me with achieving those goals? And they have a very strict policy working at those with those engineering companies, because you can't necessarily be on your phone. And every time I'm trading, there's always some conflict in between, whether that is meetings, because I trade the New York session, and maybe I can switch to a different session, but my strategy is purely based off of the New York session. There's just so much that kind of goes into it, and I'm kind of thinking like, okay, maybe I should start thinking of something else, because I found my goal and I found my dreams that I want to achieve in college. I really wish I would have found these goals and dreams in high school, but there's always a reason why God puts you in certain situations, so that I feel like he puts you in those situations so that you can learn and gain experience from certain things. And I've learned so much just from coming to college. But yeah, like I said, that is mainly where I'm kind of get to when it comes to just the importance of figuring out what you really want for yourself and what you really want in life. Because I said this previously, you're going to come to this point in time where you make that hard decision. You got to make sacrifices, and you got to start understanding what you really want. I don't really want to make the video too long, because I know I can just yap forever. So, like I said, trading is not easy. It is I will be completely honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Trading, if you take trading serious, that's up to you. You can day trade, swing trade, you can do options trading, you can do futures trading, you can do crypto trading, whatever the case may be. You can even do scalp trading. If you take trading serious, it's going to be one of the hardest things that you can possibly do. It's going to be one of the hardest things. But you have to stay committed to it. You have to be able to persevere through all the hard times. You have to be able to persevere through the times when you may want to give up. There's going to be times when you just feel doubt and you feel worry and you feel fear. But you have to understand that this is part of the process. This is part of the process in becoming great at what you want for yourself. It's part of the process of that tractor is very interesting looking. Yes, it's part of the process in, like, you know, achieving your goals. And once I haven't achieved that level of success that I know I'm capable of getting to, but I know it's coming. When it does come, it's going to be probably the most excited I've ever been about something. I'm going to feel so much relief, so much joy, so much happiness, and man, it's all going to be worth it. But I have to stay committed to the process. I have to stay committed to what I want for myself. And yeah. Oh, thank goodness they had a stop sign. I thought they was gonna go. But yeah, I don't want to go too far into detail when it comes to this stuff. I just really want you guys to understand the importance of how hard this stuff really is, because I'm struggling. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I am struggling. And it's so hard because, you know, there's always days when I don't even feel like posting videos like this. But I know that I have to stay consistent because it's part of the process. I have a vision that was given to me, and I have to do my absolute best every single day to go and achieve that. Because if I don't, if I get up one day and be like, I don't want to do this anymore, then that's when I fail. You don't really fail at something until you actually give up. Because the more you go and chase that dream, the more you continue to grind, you have a higher percent of getting success when you continue to be consistent. Consistency. Oh, there's a pond down there? Bro, I wish I brought my, oh my goodness. I wish I brought my pole. Oh my God, I get so distracted. Okay, my goodness. But yeah, like I said, this is a very short video, But hopefully you guys learn something from this, and just hopefully you understand that if you take trading serious, just know it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. This is not a cakewalk. This is a lava walk. Yeah. But like I said, that's all I really have for the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know, we are on the road to 1K by the end of this year. We are trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I know it is possible. It's very much possible. But like I said, we as a community got to lock in. With that being said, I really appreciate you guys for staying to the end. Until next week, I'll see you later.